In today's repair guide, we'll be teaching you how to fix your Bosch water heater. You'll learn error codes, troubleshooting, and repair tips. If you have any questions, check out our website. There's a link in the description. Enjoy the video. If you're looking for help fixing your Bosch water heater, look no further. Our comprehensive Bosch water heater error code guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and show you how to read your model's error codes. Code A2. Problem with the flue gas limiter. Fix. The temperature of the flue gases is too high and is above 230 F. It is important to check for any gas leakage close to the gas combustion chamber and heat exchanger. Check if the limiter is operating and wiring is correctly linked to the control board and limiter. The element is located at the top right corner of the unit. Code A3. Problem. Wire harness fault. Fix. Measure the resistance on the wire harness. It must be between 115 and 120 ohms. Code A4. Problem. Backflow temperature sensor. Fix. Check the backflow temperature sensor connection. It might be damaged, or it got short-circuited. It is located below the heat exchanger and ignition electrodes. Code A7. Problem. Outlet temperature sensor fault. Fix. The outlet temperature sensor reacts when the temperature is either below 36 F when the unit is protected from freezing temperatures, or above 210 F in a case of overheating due to the limescale deposits. Check the sensor and wiring. You might have to flush the unit to remove the mineral buildup. Code A9. Problem. Outlet temperature sensor fault. Fix. Another error code that's associated with the outlet temperature sensor. But this time, the sensor is not sensing the expected output temperature. This is not an error code. It is a flashing status message that tells you to check the wiring connection. Gas pressure as it might be too low. Voltage as it doesn't meet the required 120 VAC. The unit that might not be properly grounded or the issue with the control board. Code C6. Problem. Slow spinning fan. Fix. The primary fan spins slowly when the water heater is working. Check the wiring connection on the fan and control board. The voltage must be 120 VAC and the element correctly grounded. Does the venting system meet the code and manufacturer requirements? Ensure that the gas pressure is required because the low pressure leads to fan rotation problems. Code C7. Problem. Fan rotational speed sensor. Fix. No signal from the fan's rotational speed sensor. The sensor might be broken. Check the wire connection on the control board and fan. The voltage needs to be 120 VAC and adequately grounded. Ensure that a fan and control unit is not damaged. Code CA. Problem. Excessive water flow. Fix. Make sure that the water pressure is less than 150 psi and a flow rate below 10 GPM. Check the wire connections on the water valve and control panel. Code E1. Problem. Extremely high temperature. Fix. The temperature detected by the outlet temperature sensor is over 185 F. Ensure that the sensor is working correctly, and the wire connections are not loose. Another reason for the high temperature is the sediment build-up, so descaling is needed. Code E2. Problem. Faulty inlet water temperature sensor. Fix. Check the sensor and wiring connections as this sensor is in charge of protecting the unit from freezing. Code E3. Problem with the exhaust temperature sensor. Fix. The unit will shut down if the temperature of the exhaust gases is above 194 F. Check and clean the heat exchangers if needed. Reduce the maximum power and water temperature. Code E4. Problem with the backflow temperature sensor. Fix. The backflow temperature sensor reacts when the temperature is over 309 F. Check the vent pipes if they meet the code and requirements. Look for damages and obstructions. Code E9. Problem. Overheat sensor eco has an open circuit. Fix. Check the wire connections on the sensor and control board. Ensure the venting system is per codes and instructions. Descale the unit if necessary. If you're looking for help fixing your Bosch water heater, look no further. Our comprehensive Bosch water heater troubleshooting guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and show you how to read your model's error codes. The burner does not ignite when hot water is turned on. Verify power to the outlet. Make sure that the heater power button is on. Make sure the fuses in the control board are good. You need to remove the control board to access the fuses. Check if the cold water inlet connection is plumbed to the right side of the heater when facing the unit. Confirm that there are at least 0.5 gallons per minute flow of water, the minimum amount of hot water needed to activate the heater. You can verify this by timing how long it takes to get a container filled. Here's a rough guide. A quart container will take about 23 seconds or less to activate the heater. Clean the inlet filter screen. Check the water path for obstructions. Shower heads, faucet aerators, and whole house filters should all be clear of debris. Check for plumbing crossover. When this happens in the hot and cold plumbing pipes, back pressure is created on the water flowing through the heater. As such, there will be a higher flow rate than normal needed to activate the heater. Remove the front cover of the heater with the power button on off and the power supply unplugged. The water is too hot. The chosen temperature on the heater is too high. Try lowering the output temperature and see if it changes anything. Clean the inlet filter screen. Doing this can increase flow through the heater. Check to see if there are any obstructions in the water path. All shower heads, faucet aerators, and whole house filters should be clear of debris. Make sure that the gas type of the heater is the same as the type of gas that is being supplied. Clean all shower heads and faucet aerators to avoid restrictive outlets. You might also want to upgrade the shower head to one with a higher flow rate as long as it's allowable by local code. You might need periodic descaling if you live in an area where water has high mineral content. The water is not hot enough. Check the selected temperature if it's not too low. Adjust this to a higher setting and see if it solves the problem. Clean the inlet filter screen as this can increase flow through the heater. Check to see if the water path has any obstructions. Make sure that all shower heads, faucet aerators, and whole house filters are clear of debris. Verify that the gas type of the heater is similar to the gas that is being supplied. Check the inlet gas particle screen for blockage. This can be done by looking at the gas inlet connection located at the bottom of the heater. Make sure that the gas pressure follows what was specified in the manual. If you need a reading, you have to call your original installer or a local certified gas technician to do so. Check for a plumbing crossover. There is low water flow or pressure. There might be too many hot water applications used altogether. Or, there is too much flow being demanded. Your heater can support two 2.0-2.5 GPM shower heads simultaneously or multiple sink applications. A greater draw leads water pressure to drop and flow in the taps will be reduced as well. Make sure that gas pressure follows the specifications listed in the manual. You may need a gas pressure reading for this and you need a gas technician to do this. The temperature selected on the heater might be too high for the flow rate being demanded. If so, the motorized water valve of the heater will close, which leads to a reduced hot water flow rate. The unit does this so that it can reach the selected output temperature. You can try to lower the temperature to allow the valve to open up to increase water flow rate. If you're looking for help fixing your Bosch water heater, look no further. Our comprehensive Bosch water heater repair guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and maybe show you how to repair your appliance. For the home, kitchen, and beyond, Bosch manufactures appliances that homeowners have come to trust. Even a trustworthy appliance requires occasional maintenance or repair. However, if you're in need of Bosch appliance repair from experienced professionals, your local appliance helper can help. No hot water. Step 1. Inspect the water supply. Connect the supply line to the blue inlet on the water heater. Step 2. Disconnect the power. Remove the cover on the water heater and reset the high temperature thermal cutout. Push the reset button in the center of the cutout. Reconnect the power. Step 3. Remove the cover and check the flow switch. The switch activates when hot water is turned on. If the switch does not activate, call for service. Step 4. Turn the power selector screw to high with a screwdriver. Open the cover and turn the screw counterclockwise to loosen it. Push the screw from the low position to high. Turn the screw clockwise to tighten it. Problems with water flow. Step 1. Inspect the plumbing for restrictions. Pipe joints should not be sealed with plumber's glue. This can reduce the flow of water. Step 2. Open the service inlet valve. Turn counterclockwise to open fully. Step 3. Turn the shutoff valve on the water supply line counterclockwise to open fully. The temperature of water fluctuates. Step 1. Turn the shutoff and service inlet valves counterclockwise to turn on the water supply fully. Step 2. Shut off the inlet isolation valve on the water heater. Turn the hot water faucet on in a nearby sink. If there is a steady stream of water, the cold water is flowing into the hot water lines. Call a plumber to repair the crossover between hot and cold water lines. Step 3. Remove the aerators on household faucets and remove sediment clogging the aerators. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more repair guides.